So let me get this straight. Now the officer is the villain, and the person trying to run him over is the hero. Help me understand how we got here. Because what people are protesting right now does not match what actually happens. I'm sure everyone has seen on social media the protests and different stories, and it's over and over and over again. She was trying to wave him on. She wasn't a threat. Got politicians saying it, activists repeating it, crowds chanting it as they run through the streets. So let's just take a look.
Was blocking the road. They are claiming this is an act of terrorism.
Yeah, Renee Nicole Good, as you hear her say, she's not mad. She's sitting in her car, peacefully waving cars to get by. This agent, as you see, gets out of his car, automatically starts running towards her, trying to open her door. She feels scared. She tries to turn the wheel away, and then you see the other officer, who can clearly see the car is moving, move towards the front of the car, which, if they are saying that he has 10 years on service and is trained, he should know that you shouldn't be trying to get in front of a moving car. And so it is not acceptable for Kristi Noem and the president and the vice president to make these kind of judgments without there being a full investigation, even though we can see in the videos that have been produced so far that what they are describing is really not what is taking place. And so if they're saying that we shouldn't believe our eyes, then let the investigation take place before.
So we're being told she was an innocent person just sitting there, not doing anything illegal, not breaking the law, just waving the officer on, Let's see what actually happened, though. Let's take a look at it again. So, no waving.
That's okay, we don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking You want to come at us? I say go get
Parked in the middle of the road, which is illegal.
Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
And then she drives right into him. So basically what Ilhan Omar said is completely unfactual. This is what people they seem to have a hard time thinking about. But let's just remember, she's parked in the middle of the road, not complying. She's not waving anyone on. And she is in fact resisting ICE officers. So, and then she accelerates at him. It's like, look, I'm not celebrating that someone died. Obviously, that's terrible. Nobody wants that. But you can't accelerate your car at an officer. That's not harmless behavior. And then they want to frame it as innocence and...
Show up with guns to face you guys! It's fucking time for an armed resistance against the United States of America!
Remember, this is considered peaceful protest.
This is done! We're done! You're fucking murderers! You shot a woman in a wheelchair! We need to fucking come back with fucking weapons! Go to the gun store, get a gun, learn how to use it, and fucking face you guys man to man!
Peaceful. This is just crazy.
We are in Maple.
SRT, let's move. Sir. Go back.
That lady was reasonable. Don't attack him. Yeah.
I'm trying to help. Okay?
A lot of peace. A lot of peace in this video. It's very peaceful. Throwing snowballs at him now. People blocking the road, parked in the road. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. People screaming about brutality while defending behavior that puts people in danger is just ridiculous. So here we have a chief of the Chicago police law enforcement. Let's see what he has to say.
Make this clear. Federal agents, ICE, HSI, are officers. They are agents of law enforcement. If you box them in with vehicles, it is reasonable for them to believe that they are being ambushed.
Oh.
And that this could end in a deadly situation.
You don't say.
And it's reasonable for them to use force based on those conditions.
Who would have guessed?
Box in any law enforcement officer. You are breaking the law when you do that. And you are putting yourself in danger.
Correct.
Following law enforcement agents around. The question is why? What do you plan on doing?
Exactly.
It's also reasonable for them to believe that you're eventually going to do harm to them. If you ram any vehicle, especially that one that contains law enforcement agents, and that's any law enforcement, local, state, federal, county.
Yep.
And you do this intentionally, this is considered deadly force. Deadly force is anything that can cause great bodily harm or death.
So, like having your car parked in the middle of the road and then accelerating at an officer trying to run them over. Okay.
When you plow into a vehicle that contains law enforcement agents, you're using deadly force. And
that's not even controversial. That's just reality. That's the way it works. That's the way the law works. It's common sense. But everyone's so tied up with their letting their emotions run free and control their mind that they forget how to stop and think for a second.
They can use deadly force in response to stop you. We need to be clear about these laws. We cannot become a society where we just decide to take everything in our own hands and start to commit crimes against law enforcement. It is a crime. You may not like what they're doing. I can understand that there's a lot of emotions out there, but that does not mean that you get to commit a crime.
Correct.
Especially one that could lead to deadly force. We need to keep everyone safe. Our responsibilities when it comes to federal agents, and I've been asked these questions, we do not interfere with the duties and responsibilities of federal agents.
Bingo. And so this is, hi, cop here. Been in the same situation as ICE agent. Yeah, the correct thing to do is shoot out the left tire or the right tire. Then you slide underneath the vehicle and let it run you over. That's what you're supposed to do. And then after the fact, if a law was broken, you make an arrest after you're dead because the vehicle ran you over. It's like, that's what these people think. And then here, this is a legal basis. So, accelerating a vehicle towards a federal officer constitute assault with a deadly weapon, up to 20 years imprisonment. justifying deadly force per Supreme Court precedents like Tennessee v. Garner, 1985, and Graham v. Connor, 1989, which emphasizes objective reasonableness in high-risk encounters. So, I mean, there it is right there. You can't legally accelerate towards an officer because it's illegal to do it. There's no misunderstanding, no oops. Yeah, it's just a crime. I just don't get why people are pretending like this is hard to understand or confusing. And then we have this. This is going on now, too, in Minnesota.
What's happening to it with people who, frankly, aren't from here coming in and telling us who should be here. And when it comes down to loving my neighbor, I'm just going to love my neighbor. So
You have a little peanut with you.
I do. This is Lola.
Lola, and why was it important for you to bring her?
Dude.
Just to...
Because if I have her, maybe I won't get in trouble if I do illegal things.
feel the energy of love and community, and to show people that I'm not going to let someone else intimidate me to live in a city that doesn't represent what I want it to represent. I want to be able to bring her in a place where people are saying we love our neighbors.
Minnesota is, I grew up here, it's known as a very welcoming place. Can you believe your eyes? Can you believe what you're seeing happening on the streets?
I mean, no, and also I have to, because if I don't believe it, I'm not going to take action, and I think it's important to stand up for what's right and show up the way that I would want someone to show up for me.
It's amazing. And what's your name?
I'm Molly.
Molly. Thank you, Molly. Thank you. I hope you make it back. Thanks.
All right, as you see, that was just one protester speaking out on why she decided to show up today as well. And so I want to continue to let you know that we'll keep our eyes on some of these live vantage points here on Live Now from Fox and listen in from time to time.
So yeah, bringing a child to a volatile protest, which translates to using them as a shield, sounds like a certain terrorist organization that we know of. Starts with an H. What's the name? Hummus. Oh no, Hamas. Yeah, them. And then there's going to be people that defend this. It's just like, dude, what are we doing right now? Minneapolis protesters. Key and Peele skit. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, just ridiculous, dude.
Mommy, please don't go. Stay home with me and watch a movie.
Sorry, sweetie. But I prefer being an activist than a mother.
Mom.
It's like, this is the pattern I keep seeing over and over and over again. Bad decision, followed by emotional outrage, followed by people defending it, followed by an officer being turned into a villain every single time. And then we act shocked when policing collapses. If driving towards an officer is being defended, what exactly are people even learning? What are we teaching people? They can do whatever they want and then blame somebody else. Accountability is optional. So stupid, dude. This is exactly how standards collapse. But don't take my word for it. Take Chris Rock's.
The Chris Rock Show proudly presents this educational video. Have you ever been face to face with a police officer and wondered, is he about to kick my ass? Well, wonder no more. If you follow these easy tips, you'll be fine. First, obey the law.
Oh.
Laws were made for a reason. Think of them as hints. You've heard people say, man, I wouldn't do that shit if I was you. Well, here's some of that shit. Carjacking, armed robbery, selling drugs, buying drugs, stabbing, shooting. You know, you probably won't get your ass kicked if you just use common sense.
There it is.
If you jump a subway turnstile, you might just get off with a warning from the police. But if you jump a turnstile carrying a loaded gun and smoking a joint, maybe you need your ass kicked. We all know what happened to Rodney King. But Rodney wouldn't have got his ass kicked if he had just followed this simple tip. When you see flashing police lights in your mirror, stop immediately.
Don't park in the middle of the road.
If the police have to come and get you, they're bringing an ass kicking with them. Here's a no-brainer. If you're listening to loud rap music, turn that shit off. Blasting "fuck the police" while you're getting pulled over by the police is just ignorant. When an officer approaches your car, be polite.
Is there a problem, officer?
And stay in your car with your hands on the wheel.
What the fuck do you want, motherfucker?
Unless you want your ass kicked. Want to give a friend a ride? Not so fast. Your friend might be crazy. Now, before you let your friend in your car, ask them these questions. Do you have a gun? Do you have drugs? Do you have any warrants? And in case you do get pulled over,
Are you mentally stable?
License and registration, please.
remind your friend to do this one thing.
Shut the fuck up.
Don't give him shit. What the fuck you want?
If you have to give a friend a ride, get a white friend. A white friend can be the difference between a ticket and a bullet in the ass. Here's a tip you should never forget. If your woman is mad at you, leave her at home. Because a mad woman will say anything.
He got weed! He got weed!
If your woman is mad at you, there's nothing she'd like to see more than you getting your ass kicked.
That's right! Kick his motherfucking ass! Take a seat! He got weed! He got weed!
Now let's review. Obey the law. Use common
Bingo.
sense. Stop immediately. Turn that shit off. Be polite. Shut the fuck up. Get a white friend. And last but not least, don't ride with a mad woman. If you follow these simple pointers, you probably won't get your ass kicked by the police.
So, this whole thing is just crazy. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad that, you know, she got shot, but I think you can acknowledge tragedy while still understanding the way reality works. She made a dangerous choice. Unfortunately, she died because of it, but two things can exist at the same time. But the one thing I don't get is defending behavior that puts officers in danger. I mean, come on. That doesn't even make sense. I'm not going to pretend it does. That's all for today, though, guys. If you like the video, leave a comment. Feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.